Right. So today we're doing a deep dive on Angelina Jolie. And this is going to be interesting.
Okay.
We've got this excerpt from a recent article online about her appearance on The Tonight Show.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to say, there's some pretty surprising stuff in here.
Yeah.
Like, get this. She shows up barefoot.
Who does that?
Angelina Jolie
On The Tonight Show.
on The Tonight Show barefoot.
Wow.
And Jimmy Fallon's like, did you forget your shoes?
Right.
You know, typical Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
But she actually had a broken toe,
Oh.
and she couldn't find a shoe to wear.
Ow.
So she just went barefoot.
I could see that.
But that's not even the most surprising thing. So in the interview,
Yeah.
she admits to Fallon that she actually gets really nervous on talk shows.
Really?
And she even avoided them for like a whole decade.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. That's, I mean, you think about...
Do you think of her as
That would
somebody
be so...
so poised,
Yeah.
so comfortable in front of the camera,
Yeah, in the public eye.
all of that. And
It's just, it's just surprising.
yeah,
Yeah.
it really is. I mean, it makes you wonder, like, how much of what we see is real, you know?
Exactly.
Is it all just a performance?
Yeah.
Or are they actually comfortable?
It kind of humanizes them a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
Definitely. Like, they
Yeah.
have the same worries and anxieties
Yeah.
as the rest of us.
Yeah, they get nervous too.
Right.
Okay, so then the conversation shifts to her kids.
Okay.
She's got 6 of them.
6.
6.
Wow.
Ranging in age from like 16 to 23.
Okay.
So Maddox, Pax, Zahara, Shiloh, and the twins, Knox and Vivienne.
Wow.
And she mentions that most of them, particularly Shiloh, really prefer to stay out of the spotlight.
Makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes you think, like, what must that be like?
I mean, it's got to be tough
Yeah.
to grow up with.
With all those cameras.
Cameras constantly on you.
Your whole life. Every move you make
Is
scrutinized,
yeah.
you know?
And your teenage years,
Yeah.
like, plastered all over
The tabloids. The
yeah,
tabloids, yeah.
And Jolie's point was, like, fame wasn't their choice.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. They didn't ask for that.
They didn't ask for that.
Yeah.
So it's just really interesting to think about, you know.
Especially now with
Yeah.
social media and...
It's amplified.
That's a whole other level.
Everything's amplified.
It's like the pressures must be
yeah.
intense.
Okay. And then here comes the real shocker. Jolie admits that she once considered becoming a funeral director.
What? I know.
A funeral director?
A funeral director.
That is unexpected.
Right.
Yeah.
You can imagine Jimmy Fallon's face.
Oh, I bet.
He was like...
He was probably floored.
He was totally shocked.
Yeah.
It's not exactly like the typical Hollywood career path.
No, not really.
Right.
Not at all.
But, you know, when you actually think about it...
It kind of makes sense in a way.
Yeah. How so?
Well, she's always been drawn to humanitarian work.
That's true. Right. Yeah.
Tackling these.
Big issues.
Yeah.
Things that a lot of people shy away from.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the article says that this interest in funeral directing actually came about because of her grandfather's death.
Oh.
And
Interesting.
she felt like funerals should be more of a celebration of life, not just mourning.
Right.
And
Yeah, I mean, that's
a beautiful sentiment,
it is. Yeah.
is it?
Definitely.
And what I found really interesting was how comfortable she seemed talking about death.
Really?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it wasn't this,
Like a taboo subject.
yeah, this taboo,
Mm-hmm.
scary thing.
Yeah.
She was like,
Matter of fact.
yeah, very matter of fact about it.
Huh.
And she said she wanted to find a way to make the whole experience better for others,
I see.
you know?
Yeah.
And she even joked to Fallon about it being her, like, fallback career.
Oh, that's funny.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
It does make you think, though,
Yeah.
like, is this just an interesting quirk
Mm-hmm.
about her?
Yeah.
Or is it like a,
Coming deeper.
yeah, deeper philosophy about life and death?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, maybe it says something about how she views the world.
Right.
Ooh.
Like, maybe it's a reminder that even with all the fame
Mm-hmm.
and the fortune,
And all that.
she's still searching for meaning. You know?
Like we all are.
Right, for connection.
Right.
For something bigger than ourselves.
Yeah. I never would have guessed this about her.
Me neither.
It just shows you there's always
More to people
more to people than meets the eye,
than meets the eye, yeah.
especially those in the spotlight.
Especially them, I think, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's easy to
Big assumptions.
just see the surface.
Yeah, to put them in a box
Yeah.
based on what we see.
But underneath it all, you're just
They're human.
yeah. They're just like us.
Dealing with real stuff.
Real stuff.
You know, anxieties.
Yeah.
Family dynamics.
Relationships. Yeah.
Big questions about life and death.
Yeah.
And so...
It's kind of a good reminder.
It is, yeah.
To be a little more open-minded.
Yeah, a little less judgmental.
Yeah.
And a little more curious.
Curious.
About the people around us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You never know what you might find
Yes.
when you actually start to listen.
Yeah.
And try to understand.
And try to understand.
Where they're coming from.
Yeah.
So...
It's pretty cool.
It is. Yeah, it's fascinating.
Fascinating.
To get these little glimpses behind the curtain.
Behind the curtain. And I think that's what makes these deep dives so interesting.
Yeah.
It's like we're peeling back the layers.
Yeah.
And discovering something new.
Discovering the real person.
Yeah.
Underneath it all.
Underneath it all.
So.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to be looking at Angelina Jolie a little differently now.
Me too.
Yeah. And maybe that's the point of it all.
Maybe it is.
You know?
Yeah.
To challenge our assumptions.
Right.
And to see the world.
And the people in it.
With a little more.
With a little more compassion.
Compassion.
Yeah.
And understanding.
And understanding.
So.
I think that's a good place to leave it for today.
Yeah.
But definitely something to think about.
Definitely something to think about. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
All right.
Okay.